Hi guys, Gaming Bay here. Just done a game to give us the experience in the Achilles to move up to research the Challenger. So being able to get the additional 1147 experience to allow us to get the Challenger, but then free XP any other modules which are available. Now you notice on the Achilles it's got this the 17-pounder Mark 7 gun, which is able to be used on the Challenger, plus the Mark 19 radio, which is available. So let's look at the Challenger. I then needed to use free XP to get the turret and the tracks, which weren't available. That 17-pounder came from the Achilles, which is good. So always research the best gun you can on the tank before, as soon as possible, which is good. You saw we had the Mark 19 radio, but the Mark 22 is from the AT-15, the Centurion, the Charioteer, the Challenger. So all of these can use the same radio. So the Comet, the Black Prince, the Carnarvon, those sorts of things have the same Mark 22 radio, which I didn't have to research. So the only things able to be not the only things not researched were the turret and the tracks. So I used free experience on on those. So let's look at the vehicle in the garage. So Christmas garage just coming in. Let's have a look. Come on, you know you want to. Oh, what's happening? Something really slow with my system at the moment. There we go. This is what it looks like. No equipment whatsoever, no nothing, not even a crew. So I need to sort out a crew from somewhere to go in here. This is what the standard model looks like, and I need to exchange some gold to credits to be able to buy the equipment and put on consumables and other pieces of equipment to suit. So I'm about to watch some videos and come out and see, as a conglomeration, what's the best way to set this up and a good way to play it before I get into the first game. So bear with me a minute. I'm just going to watch some games, get back to you on this, put in a crew, equipment it up, and then we'll get into the first game. Hi guys, there's not a lot review-wise on the Challenger in English, so I want to thank Bame for a German review on the Challenger from the 9.5 review and test server. So give me a moment. So Bame, danke für der 9.5 Panzer Review. Vielen Dank. So yeah, let's get on with the review. So as you can probably see, this is the TOG, not the Challenger. Well, I think that the Challenger is actually son of TOG. Let's have a look at the two tanks. So the turret and body, you've basically got the same turret as on the TOG. Let's look at the Challenger. The Challenger, it's like a little TOG turret. Well, it's the TOG turret on the very small and mobile. Oops, wrong. Small and mobile Cromwell chassis. So that's what we're looking at. So we're looking basically at a TOG turret on a Cromwell. So you're getting the combination of a good turret, good gun, on top of a fast-moving platform. And that's what you have with the Challenger. So we've been trying to liken it to other things, but really that's what you have in a nutshell. So let's have a look and see the best way that we can set this up to allow us to look at Son of TOG properly. So we have 840 hit points instead of 1400, which the TOG has. Same engine, 600 horsepower, but now you have a top speed of 52, traverse speed of 56, so it's got a better traverse, much better traverse, thank goodness. Armour-wise, the front is slightly better armoured than the TOG. The sides are 50 and 38 on the rear. The TOG is much stronger. The turret goes down to 101, whereas the TOG's 114. The sides 76, 53, and this goes down to 40. So there's a lot of weight that's disappeared. The rate of fire goes from 12 to 13.3. Now the turret traverse is a significant difference. On the TOG, 32 degrees a second, whereas on the Challenger it's dropped to 14. The view range is the same, 360. The signal range goes up to 450. We're going to upgrade the tank and look at and put in the better radio to allow us to get a 700 meter view radio range. So we'll do the upgrades and put in the crew. So what I'm planning on doing, as this is Son of TOG, I'm going to put in a TOG crew. So that's what we're getting. So bear with me. I'm going to upgrade these TOG guys, which I had lying around, as you do, and I'm going to put them in. And so Son of TOG actually gets the TOG crew. So bear with me a moment. So, personal file, training, current vehicle, and it's only 100 gold. So, let's do this. So now, Son of TOG has his daddy's crew. So I'm going to work my way through, do that for every crew member, and put on some equipment. Okay, that's everybody upgraded. Let's now look at the tank and put some equipment on. So for a tank destroyer with a view range of 360 meters, let's see if things upgrade when we come back in. See what the real view range currently is. So click out and then click back. We'll see what the current view range is with that 360 meter base. It's still showing 360 meters. So we've got no additional skills yet. So the gun, let's look at what we're working with to try and work out what's best to put on this tank. So you've got 13.3 shots per minute, dispersion of 0.34, which is okay, but an aim time of 2.1, which isn't so good. Plus the challenges you've got on the move. So you really want something which is going to allow you to aim in more quickly, like a gun lay and drive, once you've spotted your targets. So that's going to be imperative, I think, for working at range. So we'll put on things like that, plus binoculars and a tank gun rammer, and we'll see. Actually, I'll go for improved vents, which should improve everything. So vents, binos, tank gun rammer. Okay, view range on the move gone to 367, with binoculars 459 at the present time. Time to fit some equipment and consumables and ammo. So we'll put a little bit of AP in, lose a bit of, let's go down to 3 rounds, bit of AP and some equipment. So to give us a little bit of an edge at the beginning, testing things out. It's only an issue if we die, so we'll see what the abilities of this tank are. So set it up like this, and I shall get 95,000 credits, and we shall rock with this in a second. Okay, let's buy those consumables, and then we shall put some camo on this bad boy. So what are the options at the moment? Let's see. I like going for the long-range desert patrol for the tank. That's quite nice. I like that one. Let's see what the other one looks like. Yeah, that's a better one for me. Okay, then no, I don't want to put that one on at the moment. I'll save that for a better tank. That's subtle. Do we want subtle? Let's go for that one. And then the other options, not sure. No. Oh dear, in your face. But no. Let's go for the long range desert patrol. So 264. Okay, and we're ready to rock and roll. So we'll get into the first game and see the best way of potentially playing this tank. See what we can actually do. Okay, Himmelsdorf. So where is the best place to go? IS-6s, T-34s, a lot of premiums. Whoa, I haven't seen so many premiums for a while. Okay, let's have a look. I want to see how this... If we can do well up on the hill, then we can snipe down, use the gun, negate their armour, and help the team. But if there's no one else going up there, we're going to lose it, and I prefer to be somewhere where you need the long view range. So there's a bit of arty. It's going to be a risk going to the hill. So I'm going to push to the tracks and do that initially.
Let's go!
Spot for the team, use the view range, and see what we can do. And decide what would have been the best course of action and the best place to go on this map. So stay at range, set up the binoculars, spot for the team. Do what we can do. We haven't got many going to the hill, a few going to the hill. So let's see what happens with the engagement, whether this is the right choice or whether you'd have wanted to go to the hill. So control the tracks, help the other TDs. Facing an AMX, our mediums. There we go. Targets.
Penetration.
Standard ammo is good enough. So he hasn't got a clue where the shot came from. The gun was accurate enough when you're still. On the move, it's not so good. So thank goodness, for once, it did what it needed to do. On the hill, something interesting coming up. So I presume there's a battle about to go. So this seems to have been the right choice. Because now we wouldn't have been able to do anything yet. We'd have been hiding, maybe taking some pot shots, trying to assist the team. Whereas being here, we've already got one shot in. So we're holding this area, preventing them pushing while the rest of our team storms the hill. So IS-3, KV coming in, KV-2 coming in, and an IS up against us. So this seems to have been the best option at the moment. Now they're not pushing this way, which leads me to believe that they're weak on this side. So we're quite weak, but if I can help to make a difference, then we can do what we need to do for the team. The one thing this has got is the mobility. There we go.
Enemy is hit.
More shots in. Good view range. Keep him under a bit of pressure. Help secure this area. So one or two more shots and he's ours. The others are pushing up, so this has helped to allow the team to grow some. He's going to want to push out in a minute. He's scared. He's covering this angle. I don't want to push into his field of fire. Here he comes.
Critical hit.
Taking his tracks off. Just missed. See what we can do.
Enemy armor is hit.
See if we get one more shot in. Oh. And he's managed to pull back. Pity, but he doesn't really feel like moving. We spotted the GW.
Critical hit.
But we spotted them. We're putting pressure on. Time to move. Tiger 2 over there, which you can't really pen. Try and get a side shot on this guy. That's it. Move out of safety. Oh, yes.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Have some. So you do what you can do. Let's try and get a shot on the... Is the Hummel still there? Yeah. He's gone. Right. Bit late. Centurion coming in. Let's try and get a side shot on the Tiger 2. Normal TDs may have a problem, but this has got a proper turret. So we can get side shots in So this is an interesting combination.
Enemy armor is hit.
And he's running away. I'm worried about the Centurion who's going to be over there,
Ready to fire.
but we're
Armor
past.
tracks is damaged.
Taking a shot. He's focusing on the other area. Anyone over there? But let's get in behind this Tiger 2.
Ready to fire. The engine is damaged. We're on fire. Put it out.
Oh!
This vehicle is heading.
The mobility would have allowed us to get in behind, and he decided to focus on us rather than the guys who were about to kill him. So the tank was useful, did its own thing, and we would have completely taken this Tiger 2 apart from the side. So another TD may not have been able to do that. So the mobility is quite useful. So if you think of it as basically a Cromwell with a better gun, but you have to get close to be able to do things, but then you can actually stay at range and do things. So it gives you a lot of options. So rather than it being neither one thing, well, it is neither one thing nor another, but this allows you more options, and depending on how you want to play it, if you want to play it like a medium and you need it to act like a medium to reposition, to do things, it can do it very nicely. If you wanted to play like a TD, a normal TD from range, spotting, sniping, you can do that as well. Whereas a normal TD may not have those options. So this is an interesting combination which in the right circumstances can do very well. So as you saw with this, 17,000 credits, finally we're making credits, 782 experience, 5 shots in, 700 damage, and assistance for 702. So is this worthwhile? Yeah, and so here we were in a tier 9 game holding our own. So do I recommend it? It's growing on me, but it's not a great tank. It's a bit confused. It doesn't do fantastically in either one thing or another. You've got better tank destroyers, you've got better mediums, and it's trying to be a combination of both. But if you think that it's a combination of both that gives you options, and think about where those options are going to come in, like we managed to distract the Centurion, put the pressure on the Tiger up in the corner, and be able to actually help the team and do what you need to do. So we were about to start taking him to pieces, and the Centurion had to do something to actually countermand us. So and take us out from doing what we were able to do for the team. So he saw us as the biggest threat rather than going for someone else. So I see that as quite a good show of the significance of the abilities of this tank, that he saw that the need to take this one out in preference to something else. So for that, I say that people see this as a bit of a threat, and so if other people see this as a threat and feel it's a threat, then it's worthwhile playing. It's very much like those certain tanks, like the E75, that you see on the battlefield and you know you've got to deal with. I think this is one of those tanks that has to be dealt with because people don't quite know what it can do, and they know it's mobile, they know it's got a good gun. So it could be anywhere, it could be doing anything, and with a DPM of 2,000 plus the ability to be able to, well, plus the gun rammer, shows that it gives this 2,200 DPM, which is really, really good. So this is a very good tank played the right way. Summing up, is the Challenger or the Son of TOG a good tank destroyer at tier 7? Actually, no. It's very confused, not the greatest amount of armour, not the most accurate and punchy gun, not the most damage. You can potentially use it for the mobility, getting in close, but it's not really that good at brawling because of the turret traverse speed. It's a very confused tank, and sadly I don't recommend it. It's one of the worst performing tier 7 tank destroyers. So sadly I would say try and get through it as quickly as you can and move on to the next one. So the next one after this is the Charioteer, and as soon as it gets to the Charioteer, we can see just how good it is. So what we need to do is actually be able to get there as quickly as possible, get up, use the £17 the next level, see what that's like. See what the next turret is like. 16 degrees gun traverse instead of the current 14. Still no great shakes, and the engine is only 650 horsepower. So you want to go through those as quickly as possible to get to the Charioteer, and I will go through them and bring you a review of the Charioteer as soon as we get it, and then follow up the line up through the Conway and then to the FV 4005 to show you what these vehicles are like and if they're worth the grind. So I'm the Gaming Bear. This is the Charioteer, and see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.